Your phone rings and it's an unknown number. It's from an area code that you don't recognize, but you answer because it could be an emergency, it could be someone from work. And the moment you answer, your closest family member is pleading, begging, crying for help, and telling you to do whatever these bad people that have them want. Next thing, somebody comes on the phone and tells you that they want money. They demand ransom for the safe return of your loved one. And you know the voice that you heard was that of your loved one. Welcome to episode 4 of Cyber Saturdays. Apologies for being a day late. I was moving, but today's episode is all about the AI Voice Kidnapping Scams. And this exact story, as the scenario I gave in the beginning, happened to Jennifer DeStefano and her daughter Bri, also known as Brianna. So Brianna was away on a ski trip and busy having fun, being a fun 15-year-old, doing the things that you do on a ski trip. And Bri was perfectly fine. And Jennifer, on her way to her other daughter's dance school, she gets this phone call. She answers and she hears Brianna begging, crying, "Mom, I messed up." Begging her to help her, pleading, and it sounds exactly like Bri. Next thing, somebody else's voice comes on, demanding ransom, demanding $1 million. Later brings it down to $50,000. Jennifer, panicking, mutes her phone and starts screaming for help. One mother called 911, and 911 told her about these AI voice scams, these kidnapping ones, and the other mother that was close by called Jennifer's husband, and within minutes they confirmed that Bri was perfectly fine. So the question becomes, how is this possible? Bri, in one interview, stated that she has a very unique way of crying, and she hardly uses social media. She has a private TikTok account with 20 or 23 followers. She doesn't use it a lot. How did they get her voice? And here's the scary part. 3 seconds. 3 seconds of your voice is all that is needed to clone your voice. The software that is available to scammers today, and it's available online. You can download it and pay for a subscription to get better quality voice cloning. It's so scary because most of us, almost all of us, have a digital footprint, have kind of a digital version of ourselves online, a digital personality. And we post videos, we post photos, we post content of our pets, the food we eat. And 3 seconds of a video is all that is needed to clone your voice. And it can be used to scam one of your family members. 3 seconds. So, question becomes is, well, what can we do if this happens to us? Now, the main thing is that scammers want you to panic. Because when you react with panic, it's an emotional, instinctive reaction. So you're thinking, hey, I have to save my family member. And they tell you that they want money. And though the voice might sound exactly like your family member, if anybody says that they want money, They want money to free your family member. You hang up and call that family member. Call them yourself on their own phone number. Now, I've got a personal story related to this. When I was much younger, we had a wonderful, amazing cleaning lady. I call her my African mommy, and I loved her every day. I still do, and I miss her very much. And I remember waking up a Saturday morning and my mom telling me she's got very bad news for me. My beloved African mommy was killed in a car accident. And my mom is telling me that somebody called, I think her daughter or someone called saying that she passed away in a big bus accident, and they needed $6,000 for, the costs of the funeral and things. And while my mom is talking to a family friend that was a police officer, I decide, well, we gave her a phone. I'm gonna call her. And there she was, perfectly fine. She was like, why are you calling me? I'm busy cleaning my house. I'm fine. And so that feeling of trauma, that feeling of stress, that stays with you. And so from my own experience, I can relate to Jennifer, who, after this had happened to her, felt panicked, is still suffering from PTSD. But here's the power in her story. She went on interviews, and I think the main one was Arizona News, where a senator recognized that this is an important situation. She was on Inside Addiction, she was on CNN, a whole bunch of networks that she was interviewed on. And she got to go in front of the Senate and start making people aware of these scams. On one of the talk shows that they were talking about the story, they called it a hoax. It's not a hoax when you're called by a family member panicking they might be kidnapped and you need to give them money, or the scammer's money, or the kidnapper's money. Well, essentially, they're scammers. What is the number one thing that stands out in all of this? Is somebody asking you to send money, either through wire transfer, which nowadays is a lot harder to do, so they ask for Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, or even gift cards. Any of those things should always be a red flag when you receive a phone call. In a case like this, if you hear this, or if you feel something just isn't right, hang up and call your family member. Pick up the phone and call them. Something that Jennifer said that she implemented with her family, and I've heard through my research, a lot of people say this works, is to implement a safe word or a code word. Now, when you do this, make sure it's not something that's easy to guess or information that is available. Make it something really, really random that scammers won't know. That way you can determine if you do get an emergency call where it is a family member that is in trouble, they would know the code word. Scammers, however, would not be able to tell you the code word, and you hang up. I think that in the day and age that we are in, with what AI is capable of doing, and I'm only now talking about the kidnapping scams and how voice cloning can be used. But the era that we live in, is advanced with AI. We're getting closer and closer to greater things that AI can do. And hearing a family member begging, screaming, crying on the phone, and it is their exact voice, only takes 3 seconds of their voice found on social media. So if anything you take from this video is create a safe word for your family, but also go check your privacy settings on all of your social media. Make sure it is a private account. Make sure that you know who you're talking to. Only add people that you are 100% sure is the right person. But as I always say, if something feels off, if something doesn't feel right, hang up the phone and phone the family member in question. If this has happened to you, if you have experienced this, I hope that just like Jennifer, you got help and that you were able to not lose money. But there are many, countless people, because we don't know how many people have fallen for these scams. We don't know how many people actually paid the ransom and lost their money. The worst part is elderly folks are targeted most often. Share this information with your parents, share this information with your grandparents, and help them know about these scams and all of the other ones that we nowadays know. Because we have to protect the elderly and our grandparents. So, if you get a call like that, code word and hang up when it feels all wrong. I want to thank you all for watching. Sorry for being late by one day, but I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Hi, KatiKatz. Thank you for watching. I hope you have an awesome week. And also, please tell me your thoughts on AI technology in the comments, and like and subscribe if you liked the video. Bye!